यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
तीरा वनचारि
यमुना तीरा
तीरा वनचारि
यमुना तीरा श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। नामाचार्य ठाकुर की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
समझोटी हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा। All glories of Samadhi.
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा
की जय।
जय जय।
First we will recite the sloka. नहि प्रपश्यामि ममाप्नुद्यात्
नहि प्रपश्यामि
नहि पश्यामि ममानुप यच्छोकमच्छोषणमिन्द्रियाणाम्
भूमावसपत्नमृद्धम्
अवाप्य भूमावस्परमृद्धम्
नामपि चाधिपत्यम्
राज्यं
राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्
प्रपश्यामि ममापनुद्यात्
न हि
न हि
पश्यति
प्रपश्यामि ममापनुद्धा
शोकमुच्छोष्णमिन्द्रियाणाम्
यच्छोकमच्छोषणमिन्द्रियाणाम्
अवाप्य भूमावसपत्नमृद्धम्
अवाप्य
राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्
राज्यं
Anyone of you can recite?
नहि
Nahi
न
prapashya
हि प्रपश्यामि ममापनुद्या यच्छोकमच्छोषणमिन्द्रियाणाम् अवाप्य भूमावसपत्रमित्रम् राजसुरापै चाधिपत्यम्
Anyone else want to recite?
न हि प्रपश्यामि ममाप्नुद्या
Nahi
न
prapashya
हि प्रपश्यामि ममापनुद्या
यच्छोकमुच्छोषणमिन्द्रियाणाम्
यच्छोकमच्छोषणमिन्द्रियाणाम्
अवाप्य भूमावसपत्नमृद्धम्
अवाप्य भूमावसपत्रमृद्धम्
राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्
राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्
word meaning translation and purport by S. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Can repeat word meaning? Na, do not, he,
He
prapashyami,
I
my,
mama my
apnudyat,
apunidyat
can drive
yat,
yes that which so come lamentation Uchoshanam drying up
indriyanam,
Indriyanam
of the senses,
of the
of the senses
prapya,
Avapya achieving
on the
Brahmo on the earth
sapatnam,
Ashtapatnam without rival Radham
Rajyam kingdom Puranam
of the demigods,
of the demigods
api,
Api
heaven,
even
cha,
Cha
also
also
Adhipatyam
Adhipatyam supremacy
translation. I can find no means
I can find no means
to drive away this grief.
to dry away this grief
It is drying up.
which is drying up
I will not be able to dispel it.
I will not be able to dispel it
Even if I win a prosperous,
even if I win a prosperous
unrivaled kingdom,
unrivaled kingdom on
on earth with sovereignty like that of demigods.
with sovereignty like that of the demigods
in heaven.
In heaven.
Although we are putting forward so many arguments based on knowledge of the principles of religion and moral codes, it appears that he was unable to solve his real problem without the help of the spiritual master, Lord Sri Krishna. She could understand that his so-called knowledge was useless in driving away his problems, which were drying up his whole existence, and it was impossible for him to solve such perplexities without the help of a spiritual master like Lord Krishna. Academic knowledge, scholarship, high position, etc., are all useless in solving the problems of life. Help can be given only by a spiritual master like Krishna. Therefore, the conclusion is that a spiritual master who is 100% Krishna consciousness is the bona fide spiritual master, or he can solve the problems of life. Lord Chaitanya said that one who is a master in the science of Krishna consciousness, regardless of his social position, is the real spiritual master. किबा विप्र किबा नासी शूद्र के न यही कृष्ण तत्व वेत्ता से गुरु does not matter whether a person is a vipra, learned scholar in Vedic wisdom, or is born in a lower family, or is in the renounced order of life. If he is a master in the science of Krishna, he is perfect and bona fide spiritual master. Chaitanya Charitamrita, 11.128. So, without being a master in the science of Krishna consciousness, no one is a bona fide spiritual master. It is also said in the Vedic scriptures, Satakarma Nipuno Vipro, Mantra Tantra Visarada, Vaishnava Guru Nashat, Vaishnavaha Sapacho Guru. A scholarly Brahman, expert in all of subjects of Vedic knowledge, is unfit to become a spiritual master without being a Vaishnava, or expert in the science of Krishna consciousness. But a person born in a family of a lower caste can become a spiritual master if he is a Vaishnava or Krishna conscious. Padam Puran. The problems of material existence, birth, old age, disease, and death cannot be counteracted by accumulation of wealth and economic development. In many parts of the world, there are states which are replete with all facilities of life, which are full of wealth and economically developed. Yet the problems of material existence are still present. They are seeking peace in different ways, but they can achieve real happiness only if they consult Krishna or the Bhagavad Gita and Shrimad Bhagavatam, which constitute the science of Krishna. Through the bona fide representative of Krishna, the man in Krishna consciousness, if economic development and material comforts could drive away one's limitation for a family, social, national, and international inabilities, then Arjuna would not have said that even an unrivaled kingdom on earth or supremacy like that of the demigod in the heavenly planets would be unable to drive away his lamentation. South, therefore, refuge in Krishna consciousness. And that is the right path for peace and harmony. Economic development or supremacy over the world can be finished at any moment by the cataclysm, cataclysm of material nature. Even elevation into a higher planetary situation as a man are now seeking on the moon planets can also be finished at one stroke. Bhagavad Gita confirmed this. When the result of pious activities are finished, one falls down again from the peak of happiness to the lowest status of life. Many politicians of the world have fallen down in that way. So downfalls only constitute more cause of lamentation. Therefore, if we want to curb lamentation for good, then we have to take shelter of Krishna, as Arjuna is seeking to do. So Arjuna asked Krishna to solve his problem definitely, and that is the way of Krishna consciousness. Jnanandasya Jnanandam Salakaya Sudritamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapadavera Bhutale Swam Rupagadamahyam Gadati Sapadantikam Vandeyam Sri Guru Sita Padakamalam Sri Guru Vishnu Rupam Sagrajatam Sahana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Savdutam Parjan Sahitam Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahalalita Suvisakamitascha Shri Krishna Gaurang Radhe Vrindavadishwari Subhanusuti Devi Pranamami Harive
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु श्री गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा
Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे राम राम राम
Shubhadam Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Shrimad Parshvatadesatarine. Hare Krishna. So we like to welcome all of you in this Bhagavad Gita class. After many days we are discussing about second chapter. So in previous verse Arjuna takes shelter of Krishna for solving his problems of life. He understands that his intelligence or his so-called scholarship not really able to solve his problems of life. So now he is taking full shelter of Krishna. He is saying that Sishyasteham sadhimam tam parpanam. I am your student. Please take me in your shelter and guide me. Whatever way you need, I am ready for that. Whatever way you want to guide me, I am ready for that. And now he is giving one more reason of this, that this whole kingdom I will get after this fight is actually not able to remove my lamentation or remove my problems of life. Heaven, the unrivaled kingdom of heaven, is not able to remove this grief from my life. So Arjuna understand clearly, and we can also understand if we analyze our life, that our intelligence, our ideas, our planning is not really able to solve our problems of life. Arjuna was very intelligent. He speak in many ways with Krishna. He give many reasons to not fight, but later he understand that he is not able to do the focus his mind what to do and what not to do. He is confused. He is totally bewildered. His intelligence is not working properly. So he understand his problem, and he take help from he address Krishna to get help from him. So this is the method to solve our problems of life. If we want to become happy in this life and in next life also, or we want to get real benefit of this human life, or we want to achieve the real aim of this human birth, then we have to take guidance from Krishna. Only Krishna is a competent person to help us, and his, his devotees also, as a representative of Krishna, they also ready to help the suffering conditioned souls on behalf of Krishna. They only give the knowledge given by Krishna to them. They, they don't manufacture his own knowledge, or they are not interested in mixing something in pure Krishna's pure knowledge given by himself in Bhagavad Gita and in many other scriptures. So they are only interested in serving Krishna and to take knowledge from Krishna and to transfer it without any mixture as it is. They give knowledge of Krishna as it is because they know what is what. They know what is the real benefit of life, and they are also interested in that benefit. That's why they are only interested in serving Krishna without any material benefit. So they are real well-wisher of this humanity. If we get help from the devotees of Krishna or Krishna himself, then only we will be happy, like Arjuna. Now Arjuna is taking help from Krishna. He is come to the point of surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna, and now after that Krishna will explain the whole Bhagavad Gita, the science of knowledge. This Bhagavad Gita is actually book of knowledge. So if we take help from this Bhagavad Gita, then we can also dispel our ignorance, solve our problems of life like Arjuna. Prabhupada is explaining in this verse that the representative of Krishna, who can be real representative of Krishna. So the qualification of Guru is given in this purport. So in this verse, Arjuna is saying that there is no means to dispel my grief. I can find no means to drive away this grief. So this is the fact that we are always in tension, always in anxiety, but there is no means to drive away our problems or our anxiety, which is actually cause of great disturbance in our life. Like Arjuna is saying, even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like that of demigods, still I am not able to solve my problems. So this is the real fact. Sometimes even devotees also think that if I get so much money, if I get a good house or big car, then it will be easy to become great devotee, good devotee or pure devotee. But this is actually a different kind of ignorance only. Arjuna is clearly speaking that there is nothing in this material world other than instruction of Krishna or devotional service of Krishna, which is able to drive away our grief or solve our problems of life. Other things are useless in helping us. But is explaining the real problems of life is birth, old age, death, and disease. And if someone is a very rich person, still he has these four kind of real problems. So his whole wealth, his prestige, his position, his contacts, nothing can help him in solving these problems of life. He is sure to die, he become old, he get many type of disease, and now we are facing one type of disease, corona. All rich persons, they are not able to get help from their richness or their prosperity, their property. Nothing is uh, helpful in solving this disease of their life. So this is the fact, and this material world is made in such a way that we should realize this fact, that this material facilities are not real, they are only temporary solutions. They give only temporary solutions. Real problems are solved by real solutions, and which is not, the whole material world is not capable to solve, to give any solution to these problems. Only Krishna, only the devotees of Krishna or Krishna's representative who speak as it is what Krishna has given is a actually real guide for us to solve these problems of life. They can guide us that this material world is not our permanent residence. This is only temporary state of life. So we should understand it clearly. Whole material world is designed in such a way that we can never become happy in this material world. Krishna in eighth chapter he said that Dukhalyam Asaswatam. This world is Dukhalya. He has not given any type of pleasure in this material world. Only ignorant in ignorance we see that there is some pleasure also, but actually it's totally filled with all type of pains and uh, different type of problems only. So first if anyone want to progress in this spiritual life, then he have to realize it. Like Arjuna, now he's come to that point of realization that this material facility will not help me, or my ideas or my intelligence. Bhagavad is explaining in this purport that our great degrees, position, post, and other type of things which is really related to only the body, these are not helpful in solving our problems of life. So when we come to this realization, then only we are become very serious in progress in spiritual life. Otherwise we take, sometimes we get some spiritual contacts or some spiritual process, still we are not very serious, because we are not able to realize it that this material facilities or material things are not really helpful in solving our real problems or giving us real pleasure. So when we realize it, then the next step is to understand that Krishna and Krishna's representative only can help us or guide us in the real blissful path of life. Then we have to choose a spiritual master. And who can become a spiritual master? Lord Chaitanya has clearly mentioned it in Chaitanya Charitamrita that anyone can be a spiritual master. Only condition is that he should be 100% Krishna conscious, or he should be the Tattvagya, the knower of the science of Krishna consciousness, Krishna Tattvavitta. There are many type of tattvas in this whole creation. So there is a Vishnu Tattva, there is Shiv Tattva, Shakti Tattva, various type of Jiva Tattva. So Krishna Tattvavitta, who know Krishna as it is, he can become a spiritual master of anyone. किवा विप्र किवा न्यास शूद्र के न यही कृष्ण तत्ववेत्ता सही गुरु है. There is no foundation about the birth or body or different type of status in varnashram culture. Anyone can become a spiritual master. Only condition is he should be fully Krishna consciousness. He should know Krishna in truth, Krishna Tattvita. And Krishna said that who know me in truth. No. In fourth chapter he said that Janam Karam Jamadyevam Evam Vivritti Tattvataha, who is actually knower of Krishna's activities, Krishna's birth. Taktva Deham Punarjanmam Nayati Mameti Sorjuna. After giving up this body, he will not force to take other body. He is totally liberated. So actually the liberated souls, or who is going to be liberated in his next life, because he knows Krishna in truth, he is actually guide us in proper way. He is actually the Guru. So that is the qualification of Guru. There are many other qualifications also mentioned in the scriptures. So Prabhupada is explaining that so without being a master in Krishna consciousness, no one is a bona fide spiritual master. It is also said in Vedic literature. Sat karmane puno vipro mantra tantra visarada Vaishnava guru nashat Vaishnava sopacho guru. If one is born in a very high family and he know all the Vedic scriptures, all the he is expert in various type of processes of Vedic Karam Kanda. But if he is not a devotee of Krishna, because Krishna explained the purpose of reading Vedas is to know Him. Vedesya sarve ahameva vedyo. No, to read scriptures, the main purpose is to know Krishna in actuality. But if after reading various scriptures, after getting birth in a very high family, after knowing all type of processes, if one is not become a devotee of Krishna, then he will not fit to become guru. And if one person who is not actually expert in various type of karmakanda or various type of processes, who take birth in a very lower family, who is not properly educated also, he can become guru if he know Krishna in truth. And who know Krishna is truth? Krishna said that bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yasachasmi tattvatah. Only devotees know me in truth. So one who is a true devotee of Lord, he is actually guru. If someone is not a devotee of Lord, then he cannot become a guru. And among the devotees also, one who is in the status of Madhyamadikari and Uttamadikari, that is proper guru actually. Kanishta Adhikari, if he become guru, he take responsibility from many persons. Sometimes even he become fall down. Because this guru, to become guru is a great responsibility. We are not able to take responsibility for own self, and if we become interested in taking responsibility of others, then how we will able to handle it? So first we have to be responsible for our own actions. Then if we progress in devotional service and we become Madhyamadikari or Uttamadikari, then it will be proper to accept the position of Guru. Otherwise, there is always chances of fall down. So, in choosing Guru, we should take it also in consideration that the Guru should be on proper level. He should be very advanced. The more the Guru is advanced, the according to that he will able to help us, guiding us in a spiritual life. But according to our situation, we can help others. We can help that much which for that which we are capable. So if we accept Uttamadikari and Madhyamadikari Bhakta as Guru, then it will be proper for advancement, for fast advancement in Krishna consciousness. So one more thing Goswami explained in Udesamrit about the qualities of or the qualification of Guru is that Vacho Vegam Manasa Krodha Vegam Jiva Vegam Darupastha Vegam Etan Vegan Yogaseheta Dhira Sishyastham Etan Vegan Yogaseheta Dhira Prithvim Sasishya. If one is able to control his urge of mind, anger, voice, genitals, stomach, and this tongue, six type of urges is explained by Rupa Goswami in the first sloka of Udesamrit. It is the essence of all Vedic religion, all Vedic scriptures. Udesamrit, nectar of instructions. So he explained in first verse that who is able to control these six urges, then he can make disciples in whole earth. Still he is capable to handle them. So if he is able to control these six urges, he is fit to become our Guru. So this is the purport of Prabhupada, this verse of Bhagavad Gita. In a sense, we can understand that these material facilities cannot solve our problems of life. For that, we should consult Krishna or his authorized representative. An authorized representative of Krishna means the real devotee of Krishna, who is 100% Krishna consciousness and who is expert in the science of Krishna. then he can help us in solving the problems of our life and advance in spiritual life also. So that is the duty of every person, that he should solve his problems of life by taking help from the authorized representative of Krishna or Krishna himself. Otherwise, whole life will go in vain. This human life is very important, so we should properly understand the importance of this and take the necessary steps to fulfill the aim of life. And the real aim of life is not to advance materially. The real aim of life is to know what we are, what is our purpose, how can we get relief from our real problems, birth, old age, disease, and death in this life only. So that is the instruction of this sloka of Bhagavad Gita. So we will stop here. Hare Krishna. If you have any question or comments, you can tell. Hare Krishna.
No doubts, Prabhu.
Huh?
No doubts.
No doubts. So we will recite one time Hare Krishna Mahamtra and stop here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.